There's a few things that I have learned in my 50s that I wish I would have learned when I was younger or understood, applied to my life. I think it would have been a whole lot better, that's for sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and thanks for stopping by the channel. If it's your first time, I really appreciate you being here. If you hit that like, that subscribe button, that bell notification button, that way you know when I post new videos, it really helps this channel out. You know, when I was younger, in my 20s, you're in your 20s, you're really getting your career started and trying to figure out some things in life and, possibly get married and you start a family and then you reach your 30s and you're wide open in your career. You're going out there doing the grind and raising a family. And you'll just be doing that day in and day out, getting that rut or that routine, that rat wheel, whatever. Then you look up one day and you're 50 years old and you go, where in the world did the last 20, 30 years of my life go? My goodness, you're just going and getting up doing the same thing every day. But you don't know that until you go through that. You just got to learn those things on your own. And I've learned in my 50s that some things that were really important to me or I thought was important or the way I viewed things have just really changed a whole lot. One of the things is that I gave myself away and lost a lot of my peace trying to achieve a lot of things, trying to gain a lot of things, trying to make more money, trying to move up that corporate ladder to get that position to make more money. Not that the fact that I really just wanted the position to be titled. I wanted the position to make more money for my family and put some distance between life and ourselves and different things. But I look back at that. I wasted so much energy, so much time, carried that job home with me, carried those feelings home with me, lost sleep at night, daydreamed a lot about it, and just absolutely just wasn't peaceful in a lot of that time. You know, now that I'm in my 50s, time and family and your peace, it just means so much more to me than it ever has. Because if I don't have the peace in my life, I waste a lot of my time, and then I'm not present with my family when I am there. So I strive to keep my peace as much as I possibly can. I've set some things in my life to make that happen and try to keep that in line. One thing is I've learned to set some boundaries in my life. I've learned to say no a little bit more. And I've learned not to waste my time with people that is just wasting my time. Setting boundaries is one thing that I learned that it's okay to do. There may be some pushback from that because if you've never had the boundaries in your life in certain areas before, when you set those boundaries, somebody might say, well, you used to do that, or what's going on with you now? Well, I'm going to keep my peace. I'm going to keep my peace in my life. And the other thing is this right here is that saying no to things. That's been a hard adjustment to say no to things because I've always been a kind of, I guess what you want to say, a people pleaser. And being in my 50s, I've learned that was a total waste of time. You can't keep everybody happy. It ain't our job to keep people happy. People choose their own happiness and how they react to things or whatever. You know, it's not up to you to allow them to feel good. That's a choice for them. You know, it's a choice for all of us and how we react to things and, how we interpret things. And I can choose to be upset and mad, or I can choose to be happy. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to feel some emotion about some things and everything, but, I've learned if I just walk away for a few minutes from some situations or think about it for a little bit, and I can ask myself, how am I going to handle this situation, or what's going on? How am I going to let this affect me? And I'm just like, I'm not going to let it steal my peace. I'm not going to let it waste my day. I'm not going to let it waste my time. I'm going to move on. And I've said this to myself, and I thought, I'm kind of aggravated at myself that I didn't understand a lot of this when I was younger. But life forms us into who we are. Everybody that I've come in contact with throughout my life, and the situations that I've faced, and things I've heard and seen, and all these different things, well, it's made me into the type person that I am. Thank goodness, as I've gotten older, I hope I've gained a little bit of wisdom about some things. And I can tell you this, the things that I have went through the years and everything has brought me to this point to where I strive for more peace. And I do value that time in my life. Realizing that you have lived more than you've got in front of you. You got more behind you, you got in front of you. It just done a huge shift for me. It has just done a huge shift. And I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying this journey along the way. I could be really upset for not understanding a lot of the things that I know now in my 50s, and I can't share everything with this one video, but I could be really upset about what I have not applied to my life that I'm applying to my life now. But here's the thing about it. I understand some things now, and I know some things now, and I understand about how to keep peace and enjoy the journey and all these different things in life now. Well, what if I never had understood it and not been able to understand how to apply peace and realizing that always having to be right is highly overrated and all these different things in life. If I'd never had understood that, and I would still be, that person that was unpeaceful. That's always trying to grab that next shiny object, I guess. I'm trying to make a point here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's early in the morning. I still got a little brain fog. Just drank me a cup of coffee. But anyway, being in my 50s has a whole new meaning to life than I've ever had before. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. Still working the old 8-hour job, and life's got a lot on its plate for me. But I tell you, I have learned how to divide that plate up and realize that I don't have to clean that plate all in one day. I can do it and make it work. Oh my goodness. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to get off here. I'm rambling. Y'all have a great day. Go out there and do something good for somebody. I promise you, it will bless them and it will bless you. Have a great day.